Hello, welcome back to Oliver's greenhouse. Now, it's been a long, hot day today. I've been busy at work, but my monotonous day was broken up by the delivery of some new plants. So I've got some new Nepenthes, which have been sent to me very kindly by Dan Evans. He's on Instagram. I'll put a link to his Instagram down below so you guys can go and use that. He's got a great collection of plants, and we've struck up quite a friendship anyway. Well, he certainly feels inclined to send me new plants every once in a while. So I brought them home. I've kind of unboxed them whilst I was at work because I couldn't have them sat on my desk and not open them and have a look inside. And also it's just very hot and stuffy at work, so I thought best get them out and let them have a little breather. But I've got them here in front of you. There's some here. Put them somewhere you're going to be able to see them. And I've got some more over here, and this guy's just fallen over. So we'll get them out one at a time and we'll have a little look at the little treats I've been sent. So put the box over there for the minute and we'll have a look at the first plant. So I'm always looking to expand my Nepenthes collection. I love them, they grow well in the greenhouse, and I don't have nearly enough of them, so it's always a joy when some more turn up. So get this first guy out of the bag. Ziploc bags. If you're ever sending plants to people, these are an absolute godsend. Tesco's, Aldi, Lidl, they've usually got these. They come in sort of like a cling film cardboard tube. Get these guys, they're great, especially if you're sending plants bare root. Never throw these away because they're super fantastic. They last forever and they really help to lock in the air and maintain a bit of humidity whilst the plants are in the post. So here's the first little guy here. Some very pretty little pictures on here. Let's move those guys over to the side. So this is Nepenthes Spectabilis, and this is clone BE 3322. That literally means nothing to me. And I think I've got another version of this. I've got the other clone, I think, already in the greenhouse. And now I have both of these, which is a real treat. Push them back in there. They always get a bit sort of bounced around and stuff by Royal Mail. So there's the first little plant. Hopefully it's going to focus on, if I can cover my face with it. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. Perhaps if I cover my face so it's not trying to lock onto my face. There we go, maybe it's confused now. So there, that's the first little plant. Very healthy, very lush, a vital looking plant. Nice big leaf jump on it there as well. And some intact, lovely little pictures. So we'll pop him, I'll pop him over here I think for the minute. Right, on to the next one. Let's have a little look, see what we can get. Oh, once I've got them all out, I'll put them on the table and we'll have a bit of a closer look anyway. So there's one species in here which I'm not sure how it's going to handle. I think I've actually just picked it up. I'm not sure how it's going to handle the conditions in the greenhouse because, I mean, I've done a little bit of research on the internet and I think it'll be okay, but it does I think it prefers slightly warmer conditions than what I may be able to offer it, because obviously the greenhouse, or my greenhouse, gets down pretty low temperatures in winter. It'll get down to 14 degrees centigrade, 13 degrees centigrade, and some, especially lowland Nepenthes, that just can't handle it basically. So this is Nepenthes ampullaria, and it's doing all right. I think it got a little bit mushed in the post, maybe ever so slightly. I think this one had a little bit of the perlite and the moss hanging out of it, so I might whip this guy out quickly and just sort of turn him back round the right way. And so he presents his pictures properly, and give him a spray off before he goes in the greenhouse. But it looks lovely, lovely and lush green. I'll show this guy here, hopefully you can see that. Very nice, got quite a big picture compared to the size of the plant as well. So there's another, it's a plant, and Nepenthes I've always really wanted and never really had the minerals to try giving it a go growing. So now I actually have one. I'm very excited to see whether or not it'll handle my conditions. I hope it does, because it's a fantastic, it's one of those sort of like classic Nepenthes species, very unusual, kind of ground hugging, produces a myriad of little pictures, and also, as far as I'm aware, I think it's vegetarian. I think it mainly eats falling leaves and stuff that drop down from the rainforest and land in the liquid in the pictures, and then it sort of composts them and gets its nitrogen this way. Now I'm assuming this is going to be some small plants. So this says on the label Nepenthes Bonzer. So, and Dan's also such a better grower than me. All of his labels are nicely labelled. He's obviously got one of those little brother printing label machines. I would like one of those, please. So we'll send all Christmas presents to Oliver's greenhouse. Contact me on Instagram, and all presents are welcome. So This has got a little bit of, there we go. Make sure sometimes you can pick up the little feathers by accident. Okay, yeah, I can see them in here. There's definitely some little Nepenthes growing in here. I'm not sure if you're going to quite be able to see them on the camera because they're just so teeny tiny and the light's not that good, but I promise you they're in there. It's focusing on my face again. Look, cover my face up. There we go. So hopefully you can see that. So those will be very happy set in the greenhouse. And we've got some pretty big plants. The ones that are left in here are quite sizable. So we'll hook this one here out first and we'll have a look at that. And then there's quite a tall one left over. One of these species I'm particularly excited about because it's quite easy to grow and it's got very interesting pictures, very pretty pictures, and I think it is this one here. I've been after one of these for ages, so when I got the message from Dan saying that he was sending it over, I was very excited. There we go. Check something quickly. Yes, good. I was just, if you're wondering, I use a lavalier mic, so it's got about 3 meters of cable and it's plugged into the camera just to the left of, I suppose, where your ear would be if you were watching this. And I have an incredible habit of leaving the power turned off. So basically, I try and do a video like this. I talk to the camera and basically make a fool of myself for about 20 minutes and then look back at the footage and realise that it's got absolutely no sound on it at all. And I'm very good at doing that, and it leads to much frustration. So this particular plant is the one that I was very, very excited about getting. It's got a little bit, some of the pictures got a little bit squished in the post. They've sort of like got a flat profile, but nothing I can't sort out with a gentle piece of persuasion. There we go, knock some of the old stuff off of it. So this is Nepenthes gymnast. Beautiful plant as well, really, really good condition. Looks lovely. So yeah, very, very happy with that. Very pretty plant and a good size as well. So thank you very much, Dan, for that. And we're on to the last plant. Let's check it out. I mustn't forget I've got a cup of tea over here as well. I'll have some now. It's been a long day at work. It's very hot, very humid. I'm doing a schools day tomorrow, so we're setting up, and I think we've got about, I think we've got 3 schools. There's something like 400 kids coming round, so we're setting up a big zip line and winch system for them, doing some bark rubbing and all out in the woods. So it's going to be good fun, but I need to get an early night because I feel it's going to be a long, long day. So hopefully I can get this out without causing any damage. This is a lovely plant. Thank you ever so much, Dan, for this. If I can get it out without causing any hassle. Okay, it's going all right so far. Yes, excellent. So this is Nepenthes glabrata. This produces just perfect, teeny, tiny little pictures that are perfectly formed, but just miniature. This picture's just filled up with a load of perlite and stuff from being transported. There's even a bit of orchid bark in there as well. Give it a little, gently. There we go. Right, okay, cool. So this is quite a tall, it's almost like growing up. He's put some stakes in here to keep it upright as well. So this is Nepenthes glabrata. You can see it's a really lovely looking plant. There's even a little picture just there swinging around as well. So they've got quite a nice selection of plants. There's certainly ones I don't already have, which I'm very, very pleased to have. And yeah, fantastic. I hope these guys are looking forward to going into the greenhouse. Now, I think especially like the ampullaria, I'm going to be trying to make a bit of an effort to keep the sun away from that. It's certainly going to be set back a lot further from the windows than a lot of my other species, just because I know they're ground dwelling primarily. I'm sure they do go into a vining stage, like most of them, but I know they prefer sort of shadier conditions. So that'll be staying down slightly lower. So I'll set these guys up and I'll bring the camera down to a more useful position. We'll have a quick look close up at some of these lovely, lovely plants that I've been sent. I'm so lucky. Totally don't deserve it, but yeah, very, very happy to. I'm actually going to put that back in. I think that might have been a error, Oliver. Must leave stick in compost like that. There we go. And we'll leave that in. That guy was a little bit like, whoa, I'm going to fall over. So right, okay, let's move the camera. Okay, so I've got the 4 plants and numerous little seedlings which have been freshly sown out in front of the camera here. There's a little bit of backlighting coming from the window, for which I can only apologise for, but it's just that time of year. So we can have a little zoom in, Let's start over here on this guy. So this is the other Nepenthes Spectabilis clone. It's got pretty little pictures down in there, and it's hugging the ground as a nice little rosette at the moment. Over this, so this much taller one with the bits of support in is Nepenthes glabrata. I'm pretty damn sure it is, although not very good at remembering. Yes, this is Nepenthes glabrata, and it looks very twee indeed. It's already got some diddy little pictures down here by my finger. Very nice indeed. This is Nepenthes ampullaria, and this guy is sort of like been knocked over a little bit, but it's got a nice sized little very bright green picture in my fingers there. And then over here is Nepenthes gymnast. So if I can find some pictures of these guys, some royalty free pictures that I can use for educational purposes, obviously I shall include them in the video so you can have a little look. But this guy's got very variable, very pretty mature pictures, so I'm very chuffed to have that. And then last but not least, there is what looks like a pot of just sphagnum moss. Hopefully if I pick it up you can just see a couple of the little seedlings in there as well. So that guy will be going in the greenhouse. In fact, all of them are going to be going in the greenhouse very shortly. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this short little video. Please check out Dan's Instagram, the link's down below. Go find it, go and enjoy some of his plants, which are far better grown than my own, and tune in again for another episode of Oliver's Greenhouse. Thanks for watching.